Today, this could make or break Forza Horizon 5 for me, so it's pretty important. Racing games of today need to do the following to please me. The racing itself needs to be good. The customization needs to be alright. Third and finally, story and progression. It needs to be good. This is the last stream about the progression of Forza Horizon 5, and yes, I know I'm late, but I've been busy. I've had family over. Anyway, this is all about progression in the campaign of Forza Horizon 5. This was a super important stream, and I know a lot of you guys are actually waiting for my video on this, which shows how important you take my opinion on the campaign side of things. This is one of my biggest worries about Forza, is that they don't really focus any on the campaign whatsoever. They've had an extra year, and I think it's really, really showing with this game. The campaigns of the previous Horizon games have been really not good at all. In fact, I'm telling a lie, the first game, that was good. But from what we've heard this time, things are going pretty good. First off, this is Horizon Adventure. That's right. Horizon Adventure has a new... they've just reused that name on a bunch of different things. But anyway, this is the map and how we will explore the map and how we progress through the game. So basically, you've got all of the festivals, and you can pick and choose between which festival you want to access and what thing you want to do towards unlocking and basically completing that festival. A progression system. Thank you. So on each category, you can see the progress that you've made in that category, and ultimately, you don't have to pick all of them. You can pick the ones that you want to do. I'm going to probably do most of them, but I'm going to focus on the road racing stuff and the exploration. Because exploration in this game, I mean, they're really pushing it, and I'm very excited about what I'm going to show you in this video. Then we have accolades. So these accolades are basically just mini achievements that you can do. You don't have to complete all of them. You don't have to do any of them. You can pin them to your map, though, and go out and actually do these tasks. So for the completionists out there, it's definitely something cool. And that's what they like. There's a lot of completionist stuff built into this game, which is something Forza never really wants to do. They want to do however you want. You don't have to complete the game. There's no proper ending. This time, there is progression to the point where if you do everything, there better be some special car, because then I will do it. But they're basically challenges for doing specific things. If you, I don't know, probably some of them might collect this many cars, or collect this car, or do this thing, and kind of like the daily challenges. Now, this is where things get exciting for me. This is what I've been waiting for from Forza for such a long time. This is what took 3 games to do. 3 games. Or is it 4? 3 games, because Horizon 1 had it. This is a mission. I've said in the past that racing games shouldn't just be race. That's what I loved about Need for Speed Heat, and how it had to mix up in there as well to have some actual, like, character building missions. Now, I'm not expecting that. I think the characters are going to be pretty, like, vanilla still, like, generic. But it doesn't matter. As long as they have good progression, I don't mind. Say, for example, Gran Turismo is not going to have a story, but it will have progression. And I'm so grateful that they've done this. It is an exploration-based mission where we're going to the location to find a good site for the festival. These expeditions, is what they're called, can be played in 6-player co-op. All races after the first maybe 30 minutes in the game, they said, can be played with up to 5 other friends. And of course, those can be on PC or xCloud or actual Xbox platforms, which is so exciting. Oh, mate, this is what I've been asking for. They're listening to me. They love me. They just don't want to admit it. So as I said, we're going to this location to try and find a festival site with other players playing. They've got co-op people on screen here, which I just... thank you for showing it, not just saying it. This is incredible. I can't explain to you how much this means to me for them to add something like this. This just changes the whole vibe for me, because Horizon should always be about multiplayer and so on, and races are always okay to do. It's easy to do that, but to actually do missions with your friends, to progress in both of your games, this is the closest we have gotten to a story progression in a Forza game in literally... how long has it been since the first game? Now, once they hit the ruins, they actually have objectives to hit, and you don't have to do all of these. There's some sub-objectives as well. And honestly, because I like the idea of this mission so much, I'm probably just going to do every single one of them. And of course, you already know, I'm going to be playing through this game with Matthew and maybe some of the other knobheads as well. I just think... I'm not insulting them. That's the group name. I just think it's just awesome, and it would be so cool because it has 6 players. I think we can get some of you guys in as well if you want to drop in, drop out while we play, if we do live episodes, for example. There are actually multiple expeditions in the game, which explains why there seems to be less focus on showcases. They said there aren't, I think they said there's going to be like 4, 5, something like that. A very low number compared to what I normally thought there was more of them. They've been replaced, the time has been replaced with these expeditions. And I am all for it because these look so much more fun to me. Like actually going a little bit slower pace and finishing these little objectives around an area as we explore in these big off-road machines. And hopefully we can pick our own cars and stuff. Anyway, I'm sure we can. Moving on to the car collection, this is showing us all the cars available in the game. Okay, not all of them. This is a dev build. Not all of them are there. They did say that. But it shows us the biggest majority of cars that we've seen so far in the Horizon 5 live streams. Now, this is where you basically see all of the Forza Horizon 5 cars. You can see which ones you've bought, which ones you unlock, which ones, for example, if there's a whole manufacturer and there's a special card at the end that says you have to buy all of them, you can buy all of them on this menu and unlock that special car, which might be a Forza edition or might just be a crazy race car version. This screen is definitely going to encourage a lot of us, including myself, to buy a lot more cars. I've always complained that Forza Horizon gives us too much money. Too much money to the point I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with it. Of course, we can buy houses and stuff like that, but you don't go in them, you can't decorate them. So I've never really purchased that many just for the sake of cheaper fast traveling, which I then just pay to fast travel because I've got so much money, it doesn't matter. This is going to be a nice way to really encourage me and you to purchase more cars, because if we finish an event and we get 1 million, like we seem to do with the wheel spins and stuff, there's your way to spend money, because you might want to build out your full Nissan collection. Rather than buying one car, build out your full Nissan collection. Now, here's something that just popped into my head that I hope you guys agree with. I'm a little bit worried, but there's no mention of previous features that are in the game not appearing. Is the auction house still there? Because that would be a significant loss if that wasn't the case. And are there just those? Honestly, that mainly, and the also buying of houses, has that been mentioned so far? I don't think it has on the streams. These are little things that kind of need to be here with the new additions to the game, because those are cool features that we really like. And of course, maybe the long-term players but maybe the short-term don't. Anyway, they seem to be focusing on the long-term players now. It's ultimately what I'm going to be saying. I love that. I love that they're focusing on the people that play their game for the majority of the time. It's all well and good trying to bring in new players, and that seems to be what the Forza focus has been for the longest time. Bring in as many players as you can, and then let them finish in a week, and that be it. No! I want to grind my way and collect all the cars. You got to remember, this is likely going to be the next Horizon for 2 years. And of course, they're going to add content, add cars. But if there's still not content in the base game to unlock, what's the point? This is an issue with not just Forza. It's an issue with Need for Speed. The crew, to me, is the only one that actually did a very good job of having long-term progression. And even that is kind of dwindling a little bit now as they focus on the short term. But either way, I am very, very excited about Forza Horizon 5. I've seen a lot of the gameplay so far. We've watched the streams together. We've watched all the new stuff added, the new cars and everything. But ultimately, none of that would matter past about a couple of weeks of the launch. And I know a lot of you guys can agree with me. This stuff in this stream, the progression and the end game grindy stuff, is what matters the most for us. Because you got to remember, it's going to be a while before the first expansion or the first major update. So this seems like a lot of content. The most content in a Horizon game, definitely, and the biggest push towards the actual Forza community in such a long time from any of the developers. I'm all for it. I am all for it. So anyway, that is all the new stuff on Forza Horizon 5. This stream was the best. I don't know why they didn't show this really early on. I think they should have. I've got fluff right here. That's very annoying. Anyway, I don't know why it took them so long to show this stuff, because this is what we want to see. We want more of this. Give us more fan service. That's what this is. A different kind of fan service than the one you're thinking. This is fan service we want, okay? Thanks so much for watching this video, my friends. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you are new, and let me know down in the comments of all the features, all the cars, everything so far. What pulled you in the most? And I've got to say, it's the Expedition and the co-op. I mean, the co-op's already there, so the Expedition. Smash the like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, peace.